The Declaration of Independence states that all men are created equal, that they are endowed to their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Despite the Declaration of Independence promoting the idea of equality, 9 years later, slavery hit its peak around the 1860s. Such a famous quote is contradicted by the Founding Fathers themselves. However, they did not have people of color or women in mind. During the mid-20th century, the Civil Rights Movement sought to challenge segregation and discrimination in the United States. Civil rights leaders often pointed to the Declaration of Independence to argue that the nation was failing to live up to its founding principles. By using language of equality and natural rights, activists framed civil rights as not just a social issue, but a constitutional and moral responsibility.
So, can you introduce yourself and how you're involved in school?
My name is Arthur Sanders. I'm a member of BSU.
Okay. And what is something you have learned about the civil rights movement in school?
I learned that there's many participants in the movement, like great leaders like MLK and Malcolm X.
So, how do you think the civil rights movement affects us today?
Today, the civil rights movement has made it so discrimination is less common around the country.
Thank you.
Even today, younger generations are able to recognize how the civil rights movement continues to shape society. Their perspectives show that while meaningful progress has been made, the movement's goals have not been fully realized. Many believe there is still significant growth needed to ensure equality and justice for all. Highlighting the civil rights remain an ongoing responsibility rather than a completed chapter in history.
The question becomes, have we achieved the dream? And the reality is absolutely not. We have made progress and strides, but we still have a long way to go because Dad wanted to eradicate what he called were the triple evils of poverty, racism, and violence. And when we look at each one of those areas, what I know is we have the ability to address them.
The women's civil rights movement emerged as a fight for equality, opportunity, and recognition in a society that often limits women's roles. Although women have been essential to the American history, they were long denied basic rights such as voting, equal pay, and equal access to education. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, women organized, protested, and advocated for change, challenging laws and social norms that treated them second-class citizens. Their efforts not only expanded rights for women, but also helped shape a broader America that we know now to this day.
The Equal Rights Amendment simply makes discrimination on the basis of sex unconstitutional. Discrimination like restrictions on reproductive care that single out women. It enhances protections against pay discrimination, gender-based violence, or sex discrimination in federally funded education programs or activities. It instantly provides the most effective safeguards post-Dobbs and all its attacks on women's rights and the right to privacy, and serves as a bulwark against a national abortion ban.
Could you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Hi, my name is Miss Aguilar.
Okay, so the first question I have for you today is, how do you feel that the equal rights movement hasn't been passed by Congress?
I feel perhaps a little confused and not sure why it hasn't happened yet.
Okay, my second question is, who do you think influenced the fact that women have these rights now that they didn't have back then, like in the 1900s?
Well, there's so many great influential women that have helped, women like myself and my siblings and other women around my friends and family. But one woman that stands out in particular is Billie Jean King, who played a tennis match and basically played for equal rights in sports.
Thank you, Ms. Aguilar.
You're welcome.
The questions we asked were designed to show how many females in today's age have learned to stand up for themselves and fight to be heard in the United States. Through the interview, it became clear that many women feel more empowered to speak up about inequality and discrimination than in the past. The interviewer explained that women today are more aware of their rights and are less willing to remain silent when they experience unfair treatment. This reflects the impact of past women's rights movements, which help create opportunities for women to express their opinions and advocate for themselves.
The Declaration of Independence has laid the groundwork for the foundation of American democracy and equality. It takes continuous efforts to reach this goal, from the civil rights movement to efforts that are continuously done to this day. It takes the effort of every single American citizen to reach this common goal that we should all have.